Hello lovely people, I'm so excited about this. A couple of years ago, just after we bought Pepe, I had this vision of a beautiful campsite and beautiful surroundings. We parked Pepe up and had that as our home somewhere. Had no idea where, but I had so many different visions that came into me, and I thought, and we're going to introduce you to Patsy and the amazing creators who made all of this be possible. But wow, there are so many elements from my vision that have been realized. It's so exciting. That's the best thing about meeting other people and their dreams, is that they realize elements and aspects of things that you've been thinking about. You think, well, is it possible? And yeah, it is. It's right here. These wonderful people have created this magical space. So happy to introduce you to Gavin and Janine.
The vision when we moved here was by staying here while we build our house. And then we were just like, no, we actually don't need to build a house.
And as I said to you the other day, it's a matter of jumping in and making it work, and the plan is evolving. If you try to plan everything in absolute detail, it would be too intimidating. It would be too expensive or daunting. So it's sometimes just jump and trust yourself, and that's what we're doing.
That's huge. There was nothing here.
There was nothing here. It was literally bush. There wasn't a fence or anything on the property. And we took the opportunity, because we had no electrical connections, to go off-grid and solar right from the beginning. And we've tried to work with nature. All our wastewater, other than sewage, goes through a grey water system. So behind us here we've got the reed bed. The waste pipes will discharge into it, and the reed bed has just got stones in, and we're growing reeds in. So it's running through, the water's running through the roots, and by the time it gets here, it's taken out all the soaps and everything that's in it. And as you can see, the water's crystal clean. The dogs normally swim in it and drink from it. We've got frogs and fish that are breeding in the ponds. And then the overflow from this pond runs in a little underground stream to our next pond, and eventually it works its way through our orchard. We also harvest all our rainwater through the same system, so that can be used for irrigation, so we don't put so much pressure on the borehole.
So you got borehole for
borehole for our drinking water.
And all electricity is solar.
Everything is solar. We don't have an electrical connection. I mean, our first solar system, we had to put the generator on every time we put the microwave or the coffee machine on. We had the loudest toaster in the world because it was a generator that had to run. Now we look back at that, but now everything runs off solar, and it's working for us.
Who's the landscaper?
We both
That's
actually
both our passions.
We've always gardened. Wherever we've gone, we've transitioned gardens. When we landscape, largely to support feeding the bees, so that we don't have to feed the bees with any kind of honey or sugar or anything like that. So we plant a lot of this plectranthus, which is very easy to divide and propagate. And we also plant a lot of this, which is bulbinella, which is actually quite a medicinal plant. So if you ever have any burns or cuts, and you rub this gel on your burn or your cut,
Wow, that's amazing.
And it helps cool it down. So, but it gets the most beautiful yellow flowers on it, and the bees absolutely love it.
What I really enjoyed last night is sitting here and just that the feeling that you're in a sacred space, in a really special, the energy here is just absolutely beautiful. The combination between man and nature, it's in absolute harmony, which is often missing in places like this. So I applaud you for that. That's why I wanted to do this video, just share it with you guys. It's absolutely stunning.
And it's an evolving story. Our dream changes from month to month, and we're learning a lot as well. And living with nature, recycling, trying to become more self-sufficient. We produce our own eggs.
Right.
Meat we're never going to be producing because we name our
Chickens.
chickens and dogs and whatever. So,
Yes.
and we encourage our guests to forage in the vegetable garden. It's for them as much as us.
But yeah, it's all on a shoestring, trying to,
amazing.
and also try and repurpose
Yeah.
some of the
Right.
stuff. I mean, some things you
Yes.
can't repurpose, but we try to repurpose where we can as well.
Yeah, the pellet fences. Oh, so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, it's genius.
Yeah,
I was sitting in the bus stop, and it felt like I was sitting in a kraal, which was really great.
yeah, and that was born out of necessity because I mean, we needed to get fencing up.
Yeah.
Other than the electric fencing, we needed privacy fencing.
Yeah.
And it was just, we never had enough money.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it.
Right.
So Gav got the pallets for, I think, 10 Rand, between
what a
10 and
pleasure.
30
Oh, what
Rand.
a
It
pleasure,
depends on
yeah.
who you go to.
Yeah.
And we have this abundance of reeds.
Yeah.
So we just harvested reeds, put them in, and it literally cost us
Wow.
250 Rand to do what would have cost us, I don't know,
No, it would
3
have
or
cost a
4,000.
fortune.
Yeah.
We've actually created a maze. So
Right.
this is for berries. So
Oh,
it's
lovely.
raspberries and blackberries on the inside, and then strawberries along that section.
The lettuce, in Nelspruit, it's very hot, so it's quite difficult to grow lettuce because it goes up to seed very quickly. So it's wonderful because we've got chickens. So when the lettuces are tall like that, we just cut
the
them
chickens
off.
in. Oh, right.
No, we
yes,
don't bring the chickens
Yeah,
in
no,
here.
they eat everything.
We'll just flatten it. It's grapes. So we've got some Hanepoort grapes that we're
lovely.
growing here. And also we've got the Torba grapes. And then we've got, this is called a Guavadella. So
It's a yellow granadilla.
yeah, it's
Oh,
kind of
right.
like a yellow granadilla with a different sort of flavor. It could be like a really cool team event where, you know, you get, I don't know, a team of 15 people and you divide everybody up and you're responsible for starters, mains, dessert.
Very cool. Yeah.
And the whole thing is you've got to go and forage and get whatever it is in there, and then you cook here.
I love it.
So that everything we do is about stimulating creativity.
This here is actually the stove. We've got a steel plate that goes on it, so we can put pots and things on it. The braai area.
And the smoker.
Done our first pizza evening with it.
Yeah.
Really? How many people can this place accommodate? Because I know a few people who would love to do retreats.
Oh, yeah.
Currently we've got 3 units, so that would be 3 couples or 6 people. But we've got 2 more on the way. We've got the teepee site and we've got a little cottage that we're doing, and eventually a tree house. So we're looking to be up to 5 or 6 units, which would be 10 to 12 people.
The name Kokiville, where does that come from?
Our surname is Kokiville, and our friends always used to say, oh, we're going to go visit the Kokies.
Oh,
So that was the
lovely.
nickname.
Oh,
and
right.
then when they'd come to our house, they were going to Kokiville. So they named it.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, with Ville being like a villa house and then Koki's house.
Oh, very cool.
Okay.